Welcome back to Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a long time since since we've seen each other's faces. You guys usually see my voice behind the videos or when I live stream. So it's cool to have one of these videos out here and there, so you guys can actually know I'm still live. But based off the thumbnail, you guys already know what type of video this is. We're gonna be talking about a Naruto RPG. Before I wanted to start the video, I also wanted to say thank you for you guys showing my other videos so much love. I posted a video earlier on my YouTube channel discussing if a Naruto Storm 5 came out. Later did we know that Demon Slayer soon got announced right after that. So these are games that I'm excited for, and I realized that cool to see that there's a lot of other people out there that are also thinking of the next game, and it's just fun to have that type of community. So thank you guys for showing that video so much love. Today that's what we're going to be talking about, what a Naruto RPG will look like. Now we're going to cover over 5 topics. The first one is going to be the map. The second one's going to be the characters. The third one is going to be the move. The fourth one is going to be the quest, and the last one is going to be DLC, which is sad to say. Like, why do we have to? Isn't it sad that now we have to like request DLC when games back then they came out fully packed, fully loaded with the content that they promised us? But now we're expecting DLCs for almost every game. But I like it, it promotes longevity. So let's dive into the first topic, the Naruto RPG. So if you look at games like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, they have like an open world, but it's sandbox. So I wouldn't mind having that, because the open world sections in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot were pretty big. So if they do the same thing for Naruto, I'm thinking locations like the Leaf Village, the Sand Village, the Rain Village, the Cloud Village, and is there a Thunder? No, there's no Thunder Village. I don't know what the last one is. There a last village? We should definitely have those locations on there, and within these locations there should be monuments that that a Naruto fan could recognize. So they should have great statues of the Hokages. They should have the waterfall location. They should have the Chunin Death Forest location. They should have it would be cool, based off like having a PS5 now or even PS4, they should be able to even have it to where you can freely walk to these locations. Instead of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, what they did is you zoom out of a map and then choose a location where you want to go, and it'll just transport you to another sandbox. Instead, we should have it seamlessly, like, oh, you want to go to the Rain Village? Oh, we have to go down this route, down this path. Are they going to do it? Probably not, because that's is a lot of work to go into it, and I'm not a game developer, so I can't know how easy it is to do something like that. But that would be one of those eye candies that people like to see. Those are the main locations that I would like to see in a Naruto RPG. Oh yeah, so since we're talking about story, since I don't want to go like too overboard, I know Shippuden is like a heavily loved part of the Naruto story franchise, but if you look at it as their way of approaching a new RPG game, they probably are going to start from the beginning. So I wouldn't expect anything to go beyond Naruto versus Sasuke in the final fight, because that would have been too much for something new that they have that they're trying out. So I would, for this video's sake, we can say that the storyline should end at the Sasuke versus Naruto, and then maybe if you guys like this video, I can do one if they went up to the Shippuden one. So bridging off of that, we should talk about the character. Now Naruto is known for his characters. If you play Storm 1 through 4, you would know that game has have like the medal for the top character roster in the game, other than Tenkaichi 3. But this game is known for so many characters, and I know it's going to be so hard to even narrow down to what characters the players should be able to play for an RPG, because it would have been literally impossible for them to fully animate every individual character to be playable in an RPG game. Like, if they did it, but realistically, let's choose 4 people that they should, and primarily you already know what half of those are: Naruto and Sasuke. The other 2 people, I don't know if they would, but Sakura would be in there. Sakura, hey, she's good. She can give the hands, but sometimes she's just like there. For the 4th one, if you look at it, Dragon Ball Kakarot had Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Trunks as the main, 4 playable characters, and they're usually the 4 heroes that defeats the villains in their shows. So for Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura would make sense, and that 4th one would probably be Kakashi, since he's like their leaders, and led them through a lot of the main fights in the show, especially towards Shippuden. So I would say those would be the first 4 characters, or if they add DLC, but those would be the first like 4 characters that would be in the game. Now, one cool interesting thing that Kakarot did was add transformations. So Goku was able to go up to Super Saiyan 3 without DLC, and Vegeta was able to go to Super Saiyan 2, but they also included forms like Kaioken and Super Saiyan, like the buffer one. And then they also included like Gohan's limit break. So I can see transformations being something in a Naruto RPG, especially since Naruto and Sasuke have like accumulated a bunch of transformations. If we're talking about where we're ending at the first arc of Naruto, like when they're kids, then I would see Naruto having transformations like the One Tails, and possibly like a semi-berserk Nine-Tail form, almost like the one he kind of was going to go against with Haku, because, or not Haku, with, is it Haku? Those are like the main 2. I wouldn't see them implementing like sexy jutsu. I mean, that would be fun, but I don't think they would make that a transformation. For Sasuke, however, I know he had like this curse mark that it just had like the black stuff all over his skin. That is like the semi form of his full form. And then for his other transformation, it can be, you know, either Sharingan transformations, or they can give him that fully awakened curse mode that Orochimaru gave him. That would have been dope. The next category is moves. So Naruto is, you know, famous for his Rasengan. They're gonna have to put the Demon Shuriken Blade move in there. They're gonna have to put Shadow Clone Jutsu. For Sasuke, I can think of Chidori. I can think of a Lion's Barrage move is dope. Like, I think that's my favorite move from Sasuke. It's where he wraps you up and then just slams you like into the ground upside down. Like, that's a neck breaker right there. And then, you know, Fireball Jutsu, I don't think he was really good at illusions back then. But yeah. And then Sakura, you know, her little traps to where if you walk across it, a log will come down. She was good at Genjutsu. They don't really talk about it, but Sakura is she low-key, no wonder why she likes Sasuke. They had like a little Genjutsu love going on. I guess just her overwhelming strength. I can't really imagine like the cherry blossom. For Kakashi, that one's super easy. You have his dog moves, you have his 1,000 Years of Death, you have his Chidori, you have his, I don't think he uses Kamui before Shippuden, but if they put that in there, I can definitely see that. If you guys have any other moves or any other ideas that you guys have that I can't think of right now, you guys should definitely type them in the comments below. I like to read you guys' comments and, you know, reflect on them, and then might use them in the next video. Like, hey, this one guy in my other video said this. Like, so if you guys have any more suggestions, like move wise or locations or ideas that a Naruto RPG should implement, you guys should definitely type that in the comments. I'll check them out. All right, now that we got the main moves out, I think those will be like super moves for the characters. If we're talking about like combat style, how Dragon Ball Z Kakarot had like this free 3D fighting style that you can press X and teleport out the way, which felt good, you know. So I think since you might end up fighting multiple enemies in RPG, they should definitely have like a lock-on system with, you know, similar combat techniques like Naruto Storm 4 uses. So you can use the circle, you know, circle down, or you can click R3 and switch to another target, and then, you know, hold L2 to access all the moves that you gained. So I don't know how they would work with it, but they should definitely do it as a 3D, you know, fighting style. Like, I would want to be Naruto doing the little ninja run across the whole map. So yeah, that's just a technique, or that's just like the combat tech that I wanted to get into. Next is the quest. So this kind of follows under the story. They definitely need to give us something that can promote the longevity of the game, like how Dragon Ball Z had, you know, things to find. They had side quests, they had missions to do. Naruto or any RPG should definitely have these, because it would fill the void of an open sandbox game. And, you know, these quests should be like almost similar to how Naruto Storm 3 did it, to where you can just walk up to a villager and then they have like a scroll because they have like a quest to give you. But I just don't want it to be too repetitive. So I don't want it to be like your typical capture, discover, and deliver missions. Like I want how Ghost of Tsushima did it. I want like sabotage. I want where you have to, like in Miles Morales, you have to like infiltrate a bases. I want these type of missions. Like imagine going to the Ambu Black Ops like location to get a job, and you have to like infiltrate the Rain Village's like base. Like I want to be having diverse missions, and if they implement co-op like Genshin Impact does, then these would be missions that would help instead of boring repetitive missions like capture, take this item to this item. Like it's not fun. They need to have a more diverse side quest selection of missions to do. I don't even know if I said that right, but yeah, that's all I wanted to cover under quests. The final thing that I wanted to talk about is DLC. And this one's the tough one because DLC is like, it's random. It's a random block, and people can hate it, people can love it. Definitely a lot of people will like it because it makes the game a lot longer. They mostly hate it because they're paying for something that should have been in the game to begin with. So for DLCs for a Naruto Shippuden game, I think they should just implement converting like, you know, movies into the game, because they can't go anywhere like how we talked about into the Shippuden era, because if they were to start an RPG, it would be, you know, as the kids. But if they were to add DLC, I can see them using, you know, things from the movie like side quests or DLC that takes you to another map, you know. I know when Naruto was a kid, he went to this ice place and fought this one dude where he had to run away from a train. I don't know if you guys remember that. Or he also had like this alternative outfit, and I forgot what movie it was, but it was so dope. And they should give you that option, you know, give you the option to change Naruto's clothes, like the pajamas or the outfit he wears in the movies. Like those would be the DLC I kind of see until they make another RPG game that would be the sequel to where they can add Shippuden stuff into it. But those are my thoughts on a Naruto RPG. I would definitely be interested in your guys' opinions, and how do you guys feel if Naruto got an RPG game, you know, produced by hopefully Bandai Namco or CC2. I think it's that company. But yeah, those are just my thoughts and opinions that I wanted to share with you guys. I just wanted to say thank you guys again for giving me the support and the love of my other video. And I hope you guys like this one. I hope you guys are hyped for a Naruto RPG when it definitely comes out. Yeah, like I said, when they make one, it's going to be a double-edged sword. Like, it can hurt people or it can pull people. And the game that I'm hopefully like describing to you guys is one that will pull you guys into one. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas, be sure to type them in the comments before or below. If you guys like my videos, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I'll be doing a lot of like anime videos, gaming videos mostly. So yeah, I have a lot of videos coming out. I even have a video coming out where my mom is going to be reacting to anime fights. So if you guys have any ideas, be sure to follow me on my Instagram. I respond fast. I post pictures every time I go live. Information will be down in the description below. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for coming and checking on my video. Hopefully you guys are safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
No help, nigga. I'm straight. Where it at?